Major Ali Shah, this was a survey team ordered by a court which had gone there, and there was an attack on them, a systematic incident, says Sumit Peer. Your response, and what do you make of what was the trigger for this violence in Sambhal?
Okay, Uday, firstly, I see no harm in any survey. It would only clear the air. It would make doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. It would make things more clearer if a survey is done in a very, very fair and square manner. So I see no harm in that at all. But I see a problem when there is a Places of Worship Act in place where whatever was there in place should be honored. That way, there's no end to it, no? Then there was Ramjanam Bhumi, then there was, there are so many things. There was, that way we can dig out all history. Gade murge, murte kya nikaloge? So the very fact is, see, I am a Muslim and I'm very proud to be a Muslim. I feel that if I respect the other community, only will the other community respect me and my faith. It's a very, very personal matter. But now, then there was Gyan Vapi, then now there is in Sambhal. Regarding violence, I would urge both the communities, all my countrymen, to please maintain restraint. Please do not get into violence. Please don't take law in your hands. Please don't get into vandalism, because that will work against you. You will have to buy thereafter. So violence anywhere, of any form, is just not justified at all. And there are things which can be settled amicably. There's always a middle path. There's always a middle ground. But then violence is not the way. That's not the way, by taking things in your hand, a law in your hands. Now, see, and in a country like India where there is democracy, an elder brother should know how to treat the younger brother. A younger brother should know how to respect the elder brother. It works both ways. 5 fingers in my hand, Uday. 1 finger gets fractured. I will not be able to clench my wrist. So united we stand, divided we fall. We should not get divided. We should not flare passions that, oh, tera mera Hindu Muslim. I mean, enough of that. Enough of communalism. Enough of polarization. I mean, why can't we respect a place of worship which was there, whether it happened in the past, wherever it happened, whoever. See, I will not deny the fact that invaders, yes, they must have a destroyed place of worship. They must have restructured certain places, but that's what invaders do. And it is not that because they were Mughals or they were this or from that mazhab or that religion. That is a very, very sad state of affairs which should not have been done. Magar purane zamane mein yahi hota tha na. Earlier it was jiski lathi uski bahas. Earlier, much earlier, but now times have changed. So we have to go with the changing times where we have to be secular. We have to respect every religion. Nowadays, it is like if you are secular, it's not considered to be, people are frowned upon. No, a secular person should treat everyone's religion with equal respect individually. And yes, the Places of Worship Act to be enforced.
The major point is, if we all are peace-loving and very sincere, and to see that things don't happen and there is no, no enmity between the communities living in the India. And why is the question of 1529 years, issue coming up in 2400 after 900 years? Why, if at all we are not aimed to disturb the peace, to create a situation, why does these things come up now? In the case of Babri Masjid, a claim was made, a point was made that time that why the Muslims don't show the magnanimity. That also was a point.
Did you show magnanimity? Did you show magnanimity?
Wait, don't let me. No, I don't want to.
Uday, I need to come in for a minute. Uday, I need to come in for a minute.
No, I don't want to get to the discussion.
No, I don't know why Mr. Naveen Chomal is so angry. I don't know for what. Because my co-pilot is talking peace, so Mr. Naveen Chomal is angry. Is it because he's talking peace, he's talking love, he's talking about brotherhood, he's talking about humanity? Is that why you're angry, sir? Naveen, sir? Please answer that. Why are you so
angry,
Major
Ali Shah, the floor is yours. Major Ali Shah, pointed questions to you on how it is secularism if mobs are attacking the police and forces who have gone for a court survey. That's the question Sumit Peer has for you. Please respond.
Right, Uday, I totally agree with Mr. Ahmed Ayaz. He said during the Babri Masjid time, the Muslims did show magnanimity, and my father, who was the erstwhile Vice Chancellor of the Aligarh Muslim University, Lieutenant General Z.U. Shah, He had said the Muslims should actually give over the land of Ayodhya to the Hindus.
But that didn't happen. But that didn't happen. But that didn't happen.
He did show magnanimity.
But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. The Supreme Court had to rule on it. The Supreme Court had to rule on it.
Because what General Shah said was very right, that in case the Supreme Court rules it, strikes it down for Muslims, they will lose face. So it's better before a ruling comes out, it's better you yourself give the land. But that did not happen. That's a different story. Now, secondly, I found Sumit Peer's and Mr. Naveen's versions very contradictory to each other's. I will tell you why. Mr. Naveen is an advocate, a reputed advocate with a lot of respect. He said we are law-abiding citizens. He said the 1991, the Place of Worship Act, is actually a big mock on Hindus. He said that himself on your show. Firstly, he said that. Which I don't think so. I think it's not about appeasing anyone. It's about creating peace and calling in for peace. Sumit Peer said that here in this case, it is not applicable to the 1991 Places of Worship Act. Whether it is or not, that's a different story. But Sumit Peer's version was it's not applicable. Which means the lawyer, Mr. Naveen Chomal, is not. He said he's a law-abiding citizen, but he said the 1991 Act was he gave total disregard to that. It's as per the Constitution. Whatever should be done keeping the Constitution of India's framework in mind. That is one thing, should be very, very clear on that. And everyone should respect the Constitution of India. No one's above the Constitution of India.
Okay. Should magnanimity then be shown here as well? Should magnanimity be shown here as well in Sambhal? Should this mosque be handed over to the authorities?
Uday, firstly, peace should come in. No one has the right to take law in the hand. And in fact, Mr. Naveen wasn't, I don't think he was hearing what I said. I urge both the communities to maintain restraint, show calm and composure, and please don't go violent. So it's not about preaching, it's about explaining to people who may not be very well educated, who are liable to
Sumit Peer, the floor is yours.
बताने की बात है कि please थोड़ा तसल्ली से
Do we have Sumit Peer with us?